love to hate. Andrew Anderson spitting truth that just can't wait. Got a podcast like a punch right to your face. College sports villain taking it over the place. I bring the facts whether you like it or not. Dropping truth bombs, giving it all I got. They call me a villain. Well, I wear that badge with pride. Nothing but secrets they try to hide. I'm rocking my veins, rebellious to the core. I won't back down, won't take it anymore. The bad guy of the podcast world, that's me. Unleashing the truth, setting it all free. Unleashing the truth.
Welcome to Villains of Podcast, man. We got a fun show for you tonight. We got some entertainment, we got some food, we got some sports. We're gonna cut probably a little longer in sports than we have been doing, but not much. We still got plenty more entertainment to do. Like I said, we just want to do a small little set. We want sports to be a segment of the show, not the show. The network has tons of sports shows on there, and they all do very, very good. So there's just no need for me to do like this long show of sports when all these other shows are doing fantastic work. Hard to compete, but these people cannot compete with me. I'm telling you, when it comes to food. So, that's why we're there. Speaking of which, Chris.
Did you say food?
Yeah.
Food. And let me think. Food. Are we talking about meat markets where you can go buy real food processed without any chemicals or anything in it?
Yeah, man, you can talk about whatever food you want, but we're going to get there.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, I love food. So let's continue on. And I know that he had hopes of me fixing this intro, but I've been working all week and I haven't had time. But next week you will see a different intro.
We're creatures of habit. We can't live without it. We don't have to answer to anyone. We're chasing the rabbit like creatures of habit, and no one else knows where we're coming from.
There's no rush on it. Rome wasn't built in a day.
No, Rome was not built in a day. Rome is actually a very, very odd place. But, I love Roman history. But tonight we're only going to have us four. So, unless JT or somebody wants to come in. Welcome, my love. You're on mute.
Hi.
Absolutely. I just want to go ahead and throw this out. I absolutely love your tattoos. They're like my absolute favorite. If you don't know, my wife and I, we have lots of tattoos. So, without spoiling the surprise too much, somebody is back from the dead. But we'll get there. And if y'all thought for 1 minute I wouldn't fit to address this on the show, y'all have lost your mucking minds, because I'm addressing this shit. But we'll get there. We will get there. So let's begin the show with FAFO. I don't know the backstory to this at all. You'll have to ask Chris. So,
So the backstory on that is truck driver is driving down the interstate. They're entering a construction zone, and somebody in a hurry decides they have to pass him. And in the attempt to pass him, they run up on another truck that they're obviously running faster than, tries to change lanes, and doesn't look in his mirror to see that the truck that he originally tried to pass is literally right on his quarter panel. And, well, he kind of got stuck between the two trucks. And about the only thing I could think of is right at the end of it, I just hope that porta potty was empty, because it took a direct hit from a semi.
Yeah, my thoughts exactly. God damn.
That's what he gets for buying the long bed pickup. He should have got the short bed. He would have avoided the whole situation.
It might have made it in there, right?
Or I propose to you a different way of talking. Maybe don't be a dick in dangerous situations.
Right.
I mean, I'm gonna tell you, I hate trucks. They're the absolute worst. They go side by side. They go 15 miles under the speed limit. They swerve. I cannot stand them. But with that being said, I'm not playing chicken with the motherfuckers either. If they want it, they have it.
If you want it, you got it. I'm not playing that game with you.
Word on the street is, after that wreck, it turned out to be a short bed after all.
Well, it turned out to be a smash bed after all.
And you can see it if you pay attention. You can see when the semi hits it, you can see the airbag explode.
Yeah.
through the driver's window. It's pretty graphic.
So, before we get started on the show, I want to bring back a segment that I only done, I think, twice, but I really enjoyed doing it. So, in today's segment of shit that may or may not have happened, all right, it may or may not have been 2:00 in the morning. There was a. I'm just going to tell you the story. I'm not going to say may or may not every time. There was a kid that other kids in the neighborhood did not like. And he lived in the neighborhood, and his window was like, if you're looking at the house, it's like on this side of the house, but it was on the first story, not the second story. And a group of kids may have walked up and noticed his window open. A hot summer night, everybody out of school, whatever. So then the kids go and get some fireworks, come back. And one of the kids gets under the window and acts like he's lighting the Roman candle under the guy's window. The kids are just laughing, right? This is hilarious, ha ha ha. Until the kid lit it, shot Roman candles into this kid's window at 2 a.m. This kid screaming, "Mommy!" I mean, I think all the kids were about 12, 13 years old at the time. So so the kids that did it gathered back at another place a little bit later, laughing at the kid. Like, you hear him screaming for his mommy. Now, before I go into the question that I present to you, imagine you at the age you are now, however old you are, the age you are now. You're sitting there in your house, 2 a.m, sleep, just nice breeze coming through, and all of a sudden, different colored flaming balls of hell come flying into your window. Would that not be scary? I mean, like that shit would be terrifying, would it not? Now imagine you're 12. So that's a scary situation. What's your thoughts on that, Chris? And do you believe this story was true or false?
I'm going to say I think it was true. I'm not going to say who I think was involved or how they might have been involved, but I believe it's true. But being the kind of person that I am, if that were my child that the balls of hell were flying into, I'm going to go to my stash and start shooting more back out the window right back at them. You get what you put out. And if you're going to shoot my house with Roman candles, I'm shooting you with a Roman candle. It's only fair.
I got you. Excellent. Emily, you don't have to say whether you believe this is true or not, because either I have told you already or I would have told you anyway. So what's your thoughts on this, though?
I'm glad it wasn't my house.
Right? The house did not burn down in said story, by the way. Terry.
I mean, you're talking to a guy who, after his first deployment, used to wake up hearing the tones from Alarm Red, and I'm sure Chris remembers some of those tones. I do have a couple questions. The person in the room, said person, was it male or female in the room?
Male, all males involved.
Okay. Well, then that rules out as how Emily and Andrew met when Andrew was shooting the Roman candles into Emily's bedroom.
So if I were to win a woman's heart by going to her house and shooting Roman candles in her window, and that's how we met, that's a problem for the woman. That's a bigger red flag than the man. But continue on.
It is South Carolina, though. There might not have been much to do then for you.
There's more to do than arson, but continue on.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, I'd probably use the same approach Chris would. Not the stuff I'd be firing. It's not going to be glowing. You just can see little sparks maybe coming from the window, and you better hope to God one of them doesn't hit you.
So nobody got up by the time the kids got away in the story. So I just want to throw that out there. So
I might have been able to get one or two because I'm a light sleeper and I react quickly.
All right. So is the story true or false?
I'm gonna say true.
You're gonna say true. Emily, is this story true?
Yes.
So I just want to reiterate, I'm not the one with the fireworks or the one that lit it and shot it into the house. I just want to throw that out there. I was neither of those guys. So
I suspected it was true and that you were the one in the bedroom that was screaming for mama.
Oh, no. See, first of all, there's two problems with that. One, my bedroom was on the second story. So mom was looked over the backyard. Two, I am like Terry, and so in my room, by the time I was 9, I had a gun in my room. Now it was a rifle, and I was taught to use it properly, but it was there for defense, right? So, I mean, it would have been a major problem because a 12-year-old with the power of a gun, and now somebody's attacking him. Like, I'm just glad it didn't go down like that, to be honest with you. But the story is true. No, nothing was burned. I wasn't the fireworks supplyee or the guy who shot it. That is factual as well. But that shit was insane. But yeah, like when the other guys were there, I'm not gonna say any names, and they're laughing, making fun of the kid. I didn't like the kid either, like at all. Like he was a jerk. However, I told them, I'm like, man, like I might have been screaming for Jesus if I saw flaming different colored balls of hell flying in my window at 2 a.m. So like I ain't making fun of him for that.
Right.
So I'd want my mom too if I was 12. What about y'all?
Because I mean, who knows what could have caught fire?
Right. It could have been a very bad situation.
Because on was it this past New Year's, you know, we lit off a couple of fireworks. So I lit those one. I think they're called fireflies.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. First time I just shoot these little flaming BBs, and I felt one go right past my eye. I felt a little burn from it. I'm like, oh crap! And then it hit my neighbor's screen. The window was shut, but it went right through the screen, and it was starting. So I'm like, oh crap! So I went over there, just blow it out real quick, and like, all right, I'm not going to shoot that again near this residential area.
That's right.
It was cool, but I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
Could have lost an eye.
All right. So what we got now is we're gonna do one of our food things that we do, and then we're gonna come back to another shit that may or may not happen. I hope I haven't told y'all this one, but if I did, y'all would remember it. Stop me immediately. Because I have a ton of stuff that's true or not. All right, so you know how this game is played. I'm having fun in this show too. I'm a psycho. Leave me alone. No, guys, I'm not a psycho. Please, Chris.
Jeez. I think on this one, I'm gonna take the burger, the nachos, and then the brownie and ice cream. Is that what that is?
Yes. I don't know why it cut that off at the bottom. So it's a sundae on the left, tres leche in the middle, and a brownie with ice cream on the bottom. But okay. So you did burger, nachos, and the brownie?
Yep.
Okay. Terry.
Ooh, these are getting tougher and tougher every time. I'm going to go with the tacos, the nachos, and the tres leches cake in the middle.
All right. I'll be honest with you. There's not a lot of crazy talk on this graphic at all. Emily.
Yes.
You know how this game's played, my love.
I'm going to go with tacos, nachos, and the sundae.
Okay. No crazy talk there. I'm about to sneeze, so I'm trying not to sneeze. I'm gonna go. Gosh, I mean, this one's hard up top. Chicken sandwich and tacos, I love them both. I'm probably gonna go with the tacos on this one, just because I can customize it the way I want with guacamole, sour cream, pico, and all that. And I love that combination of flavor. So I'm going to go with tacos. I'm going to go with nachos too. Like, I mean, nachos is another thing you can make it your way. Like you cannot not like nachos because you created the nachos. So, nachos. And then I'm going to go with Chris here, man. I'm going to take the brownie and the sundae. That thing looks delicious. Definitely, I love sundaes, don't get me wrong, but I do really love brownies. Brownies are one of my favorite things, especially when they're hot and they're soft when you bite into them. You got a glass of milk, absolutely fantastic. But you know how this game is played. So it only gets harder this way, to be honest with you. A lot harder. Chris.
So on this first row, it's not hard at all. Second row is not hard at all. I'm not a fan of white meat chicken. and 97.79327% of all chicken sandwiches
Steiner math.
are made with a chicken breast. I'm just not a fan. Sorry, I'm dumping the chicken sandwich. On the second row, this is a no-brainer. I'm not eating sweet potato fries. I'll eat sweet potato casserole on Thanksgiving, but I'm not eating a sweet potato fry. It's hard enough to get a good French fry at all. I can't imagine getting a good sweet potato fry. And on the bottom, just because I've never had it, I don't know what it is, I'm going to dump the middle one. Why?
Alrighty. You should definitely try it. I will tell you that. Terry.
Have them try what? The tres leches?
Yes.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what it is in a second, Chris, in case you don't know. Top row, I'm going to get rid of the burger. Because, I mean, the thing with burgers, a lot of them, the patties could be inconsistent as far as whether they're overcooked, undercooked, not seasoned. Yeah, I think you had better luck with, chicken sandwich.
Stop kicking me. I'm pushing you. Stop pushing me.
Oh, I thought she was adding me. But I'm getting rid of the regular fries. Because I haven't had too many bad sweet potato fries. I've had more bad regular fries. But with the sweet potato fry, especially if you had either pink salt or cracked black pepper to season it, kind of like balances off some of that sweetness. But seasoned or not, I'll still take them. Now the bottom row, I'm gonna get rid of the sundae, simply because if I'm gonna have to pick between that or the brownie with the ice cream, it's almost like a sundae on top of the brownie, so you're getting the best of both worlds there. Where the sundae's by itself, it's almost like basic. Now, the middle cake, Chris, you said you never had it?
Yep.
So tres leches means 3 milks. If you don't know. And what they do, they cook it with usually it's condensed milk, evaporated milk, and regular gallon milk. And it's not meant to be dry. You have to have it in almost like a brownie tray to keep in all the moisture. Once you cut into it, think of like a really juicy steak. All the milks are going to be coming out. There's going to be it's almost like they had it marinated in milk overnight, those 3 milks, and you put it out, put it in the oven, and it just tastes amazing. So if you ever go, say, I don't know if you have any Mexican markets closely nearby, but sometimes they'll sell stuff like that, and some will make them too moist, but the others will make them, almost like drenched. I mean, either way, I don't think you could go wrong. But I would say give it a chance because it's something to, explore for your taste buds' sake.
All righty. Emily.
So I would get rid of the burger, the sweet potato fries, and the one in the middle.
I got you.
Damn it. You must not have heard me.
For me, I'm getting rid of the burger. Hold on, y'all. I will I'll get rid of the sweet potato fries and I'll get rid of the tres leches cake. I like it. I do. I like it. I really, really do.
I was pouring out my heart and soul trying to describe it to you guys.
But I don't like it better than ice cream. All right, we're going to take our commercial break right now. You're watching Villain Podcast only on the Villain Media Network.
the one you love to hate. Andrew Anderson, spitting truth that just can't wait. Got a podcast, like a punch right to your face. College sports villain, taking it over the place. I'll bring the facts whether you like it or not. Dropping truth bombs, giving it all I got. They call me a villain. Well, I wear that badge with pride. Nothing but secrets they try to hide. Hard rock in my veins, rebellious to the core. I won't back down, won't take it anymore. The bad guy of the podcast world, that's me. Unleashing the truth, setting it all free. Unleashing the truth.
So, Chris, has X been messing up for you today?
Well, not really. It's just not showing the comment on here.
So, so X it's the app on my phone. I don't know about the computer. It's just slow. I mean,
Yeah.
like it takes like 45 seconds to load a page all day long. But we're doing well on X on the views. So everybody on X watching, thank you. 42 people watching right now. Appreciate that. Let's go ahead and move on.
Okay, I figured out how to work it now.
Did you?
Uh-huh.
Well, you have to open the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't just comment on it. Yeah, Christmas stories. We get there in December. All right, Chris has already let the cat out of the bag. Emily already knew, so I'll go ahead and tell you before we go to the next segment. The whole month of December, which is going to be 4 weeks, is going to be Christmas-heavy stuff, y'all. Christmas music, Christmas movies, Christmas presents that you got as a kid. I have 1,000 subjects already written down. And you think you know more about Christmas than Andrew does? You are kidding yourself. If you think you love Christmas more than Andrew does, you are kidding yourself. So go ahead, Terry.
I have a request. If you're going to put in a little Christmas playlist thing, can we keep Mariah Carey out of it? Because I've been hearing that since late August, early September, because they play that in the Philippines that early, and I've been hearing it since.
So I will tell you, we are going to have your favorite Christmas music. I can promise you that there's a 99% chance I'm not bringing up Mariah Carey at all when it comes to Christmas music.
Thank you. My brain needs a break. Thank you.
Unless we do like worst Christmas music ever, and I don't think she's the worst. So, but she's either way. I'm not going to bring her up. That's what I can promise you. But we are going to have one episode that's all Christmas music. Your favorite Christmas music. What your favorite songs are, how you felt when you were a kid when you heard these. You know what I mean? It's going to be a fun time. So let's go on to the Christmas milk. Like Chris, you could just tell us, like you're on the show.
I'm generating content. I'm generating interactions.
Oh yeah, I'm with it though. But yeah, we definitely. If you don't know Andrew and you don't think Christmas food is going to be what's coming up in December, you've lost your mind. We've been doing food for like 9 months now, and Christmas food is my favorite food. So,
Oh my God.
Man, I
have good memories.
What's that?
I have good memories of some of the Christmas food from relatives that are no longer here.
Me too. But
Yes.
we'll get to that. That's December. Let's break this one down real quick. I just want you to pick one per row because I like the way that does better. And then we'll go to our next segment of shit that may or may not have been true. And then we're going to do some college football playoff talk, do some picks, and come back to the food. Chris, you know how this game's played?
Top row. That's very simple. I'm taking a Cinnabon. Let me tell you, if you've never had Cinnabon, you have been abused in your life because Cinnabon is one of the greatest things you'll ever put in your mouth. It is slap your grandma's ass good.
This is a PG show.
Not.
I know. I just like to throw it in there once in a while.
Yeah,
The
not even
second-
close.
I know.
Yeah. This second row, this is absolutely zero contest in this. If you're not taking the Sbarro pizza, you've never been to a mall, because that's one of the greatest mall foods you can ever put in your mouth. And on the third row, very simple. Mrs. Fields and Lady Godiva, you're out of my price range. Sorry. Give me the Baskin Robbins. They've got 31 flavors. You'll never run out of choices in that store. Give me the Baskin Robbins.
You're on mute.
All right, Gary.
I don't know if I've ever been to an Orange Julius. I've always seen, like, the malls I've been to, they always had, like, the girls with the freaking rainbow colored outfits. They're making the lemonade and stuff. You know what I'm talking about? Dippity dog, or whatever the hell it's called.
Dippin' Dots.
Huh?
Dippin' Dots.
No. The girls that make the fresh lemonade, and they sell, I think, hot dogs or something. It's something kind of similar to Orange Julius, I think. But for the top row, though, I'm gonna go with. I have to go with Cinnabon. Second row it's by far probably the greatest pizza almost like ever. Not just for a mall. They could probably open up their own damn restaurant outside the mall. You know, graduate to that, and I would still eat there. Bottom row. I would have to. Damn. Fat guy stuff. I'll probably end up going with Baskin Robbins too. If you're not in the mood for one flavor, you got 30 other flavors to choose from. And they got some pretty kick-ass ice cream cakes too. Emily, you're on mute.
Emily.
You're muted, Emily.
No, I think she had said, hold on a second.
All right, sorry.
Happens all the time. We'll get it.
So I would pick the Auntie Anne's pretzel. I would pick the Sbarro pizza because that's some good shit. And I would go with the Baskin Robbins because ice cream wins out always.
All right. No crazy talk there. For me, I'm also gonna go with the Auntie Anne's. A hot pretzel is one of my favorite things in the world. I love them. The second row is Sbarro. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about Sbarro pizza. And bottom row, Baskin Robbins, man. Baskin Robbins is my favorite ever since I was a kid. You go in there, they got this triple something chocolate ice cream, man. That stuff is amazing. But you know how this game's played, Chris?
So, sure, I do know how this game is played. I prefer the pretzels over the Orange Julius. In fact, I don't know that I've ever had Orange Julius per se, but I've had orange drinks made in the same way. So I'm going to take the pretzel. So I'm getting rid of the Orange Julius. I really like Chinese food. So I have to, as much as I hate to do it, I have to drop the Dippin' Dots. And because Mrs. Fields is a little bit cheaper than Godiva, I'm going over here to get the cookies. I'm dropping the chocolate, the Godiva chocolate.
Ooh, ooh, that's rough. Terry.
Well, just like Chris, I don't think I've ever officially had Orange Julius. I mean, it looks good, but yeah, I have yet to try it, so I'm gonna go ahead and knock that one out. Now, this one might sound crazy because I'm getting rid of Panda Express due to the fact that you can find them outside of the mall. Because every time you see the ones in the mall, they're always super packed, just like any other, big food court franchise is. So I mean, you won't travel very far without finding one, I'm sure, outside the mall. So I'm gonna go with Dippin' Dots because you only really see it at the mall, and I love Dippin' Dots. Bottom row, I guess I'll go bougie on this one. So I'm gonna go with the Godiva chocolates, and I'm gonna get rid of Miss Fields cookies.
Damn.
All right.
Because I'm going to the fact that it may be out of the price range, but I'm going with the approach that none of this stuff's out of my price range, so I'm just going with that mentality.
Right.
Fair,
This is
fair.
you're at a function, and you get one of three while you're there. It's not costing you a dime. You're choosing your favorite. Emily.
Yes. So I've never had whatever Orange Julius is. So that's gonna go. The Panda Express is gonna go because the one time we had it, it was. And
Yes.
then the Godiva is gonna go because I'm gonna keep the ice cream in the cookies.
I got you. The bottom row, there's no crazy talk for me. But y'all are gonna cause some crazy talk. I'm eliminating Cinnabon. Orange Julius is the shit, man, and pretzels are great. Like Cinnabon is, I mean, it's okay. I like cinnamon as much as the next person, but I mean, I'm going orange. If you've never had an Orange Julius, though, you don't understand. So they're delicious.
So
like absolutely delicious.
we can't have crazy talk then if we haven't had it by default.
I'm just saying, I'm eliminating.
Chris never had tres leches cake, but he eliminated that.
Correct.
Well, three we did actually. I'm pissed off about that still. I'm a loose sleep.
Well, you're gonna have to let it go. All right.
Let it
On
go.
the second row, I'm eliminating Panda Express, and here's where.
Holy shit!
Yes, and here's why. This is where y'all are gonna get me here. I'm eliminating Panda Express for the simple fact that Chinese food may be the most overrated genre of food out there. I always thought I loved Chinese food so much, but really what I love is lo mein. The rest of Chinese food is just, it's nothing special. Dippin' Dots are fantastic. So Panda Express has to go. And on the bottom row, if money's no object and I'm craving chocolate, I'm keeping the Godiva, man. I'm gonna get rid of the cookies. I mean, those Godiva chocolates, especially when you get the ones that have like caramel inside of it or something. Oh man, those things are so delicious. Like they're just so good. The cookies have to go in this scenario for me. And then your buddies here.
That's
I'm assuming that
that's what I'm thinking. Is
But
that what I think it is?
I think so. Alrighty. So we got a couple more. So we're gonna recoup some sports real quick here. I want y'all quickly to give me I want if you had a top four for the college football playoff, and which surprise team you think you'll get in, Chris?
Do you want the top 4 seed that we think it'll be?
Yeah.
I think the top 4 seeds are going to be Ohio State, Indiana, Texas A&M, and that fourth one is tough.
Yeah, yes, sir, it is.
BYU.
Number 4 seed coming out of the Big 12. I like it. BYU has to win this weekend first before they can think about being top 4 seed. Emily, if you don't know, so Auburn's going to beat Vanderbilt now that Freeze is gone. Yeah, that's who you think it is. Who else could it be?
Yes. Yes.
But Emily, I'll keep it simple for you. And I got to go back to Chris because he didn't give me who he thinks a surprise pick for the playoff will be. Who do you think's the best team in the country?
Is that really a question?
Yeah, it's a question.
Well, who do you think?
I mean, I know who I think you'll say, but
I'm going with Alabama.
Alabama. All right. I'm not disagreeable, and we'll get to mine, and I'll tell you why. Chris, give me a surprise team you think is going to keep in the playoff, maybe a G5 team or a P4 team that nobody's thinking of.
So you went there.
Mom, I missed you.
Right now, Memphis is the favorite for the G5 schools to get in.
Yes, they are.
I'm saying hold my beer, not so fast. The rumors are, and there's a lot of discussion on Twitter tonight about it, that Ryan Silverfield had called a team meeting at Memphis tonight. And all of the speculation that I'm seeing, all of the reporting I'm seeing, granted, nothing is verified, but the stories are that Ryan Silverfield is taking the Arkansas job, 5 years at $7 million, that could top out at $7 million a year, loaded with incentives. If that's the case, and they've got off-the-field drama going on with their head coach, give me North Texas to earn that G5 spot by winning the American Conference, beating Memphis. They have already beaten Navy. They're sitting at 7-1 right now. That's my surprise team to get in the playoffs, North Texas. Freshman quarterback Drew Mastermaker is a stud.
Oh, for sure. Terry, your top 4 and a surprise team you think will make it in.
So I thought the top 4, it was like the conference champions from either Big Ten, SEC,
No.
ACC. No, it's not like that.
Changed
Okay.
it. Changed it this year.
They changed it.
All right. So I'm going to say Ohio State will be in number 1. Number 2, I'm probably going to have Indiana. They'll probably be a 1 loss, or even I could be wrong. Even Ohio State might be. I mean, I see them 2 meeting for the Big Ten championship. I think it's a clear-cut path. I think. Number 3, I'd probably say Alabama because I think they're going to win the conference. They're going to probably give A&M their first loss. As much as I don't want to see that. Sorry, Emily. Not sorry. And then I'm going to go with Chris on this one, this big sleeper. And even though they're undefeated, I'm going to go BYU as the 4th seed. Now, as far as the ones that sneak in, I would have to say I would like to see North Texas, to be honest with you. And I could see it happening because I think they've surprised a lot of people this year, especially after, giving Navy their first loss. But, yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and go with North Texas on this one.
All right. So I'm going to get to my surprise pick. I'm gonna get to my surprise pick first before I do my top four because I want to talk about the top four at the end. My surprise pick is going to be Utah because when Texas Tech beats BYU, they both got another loss coming because that's just how the Big 12 is. Utah has got Baylor, Kansas State, and Kansas left. That's who they have left. And based on the theory that BYU and Texas Tech are going to catch another loss, I think what that does in that moment, I'm checking it right now. I just want to check my math. Be 7-2. Yes, so that's really everything's so close because like Cincinnati's up there, but if things line up right, you're gonna see 10-2 Utah, and if everybody else catches the same amount of losses, Utah is winning the tiebreaker. I was correct. That's what I'm saying. If everybody ends up with 2 losses, Utah goes in, and you could see that. Like, this is a strange college football season.
How would they own the tiebreaker against BYU if BYU already beat them?
Yeah, BYU and Texas Tech both beat them.
But that's not how that works though, because the way that the metrics work is it's going to be a 6-way tie. You can't just go head to head. I mean, like, it doesn't work that way. There's some kind of point system that adds it all out. I don't know. That's on the conference formula or whatever. But for me, my top 4, Ohio State and Indiana are going to meet in the Big Ten championship game in one of the most dramatic clashes that you'll ever see. Both of them teams will be in no matter who wins. I promise you that. In the top 4, even, I believe. So I think even the one that loses in the conference championship game is still a top 4 seed. And because they lost to either 1 or 1, because they're 1-2 right now. So either way, whoever has that loss has a loss to the number 1 team in the country. They're not dropping out of the top 4. Number 3, I'm going to go Alabama. Texas A&M's got something coming. Like they do every year. I've seen this year in, year out. Texas A&M 7-0, Texas A&M 8-0. Next thing you know, they're 9-3. How many years in a row has we seen Texas A&M do that? And yes, they're very good, but every year we say, man, A&M's very good. I believe they got some losses coming.
So for me, the difference on them this year is Mike Elko versus Jimbo Fisher.
I'm not disagreeing that, but one could argue Jimbo had a natty. So it's not always scheme. You know what I mean? Like, so yeah, you're buying all these players because you got the money, but the reason teams like Nebraska were so good, you recruited the pieces you need, not through money at it. Like, I need this, this is how I'm running. They're not doing that anymore. They're simply seeing phenomenal athletes throwing money at them and trying to turn a natural wide receiver into a DB or vice versa. And see, it doesn't really work that way. So I think they got a loss coming. And I think at number 4, you're going to see Georgia. If Georgia wins out with their only loss to Alabama and Texas A&M takes a loss or 2 between now and then, I think you're going to see 2 Big Ten teams and 2 SEC teams, and I think it's going to be Georgia, Alabama. But if I were to pick the best of these teams, Alabama, man, what Alabama's done, and now they get a bye week, they had to go 5 straight weeks ranked, and then go on the road just to get a bye week. And you know what they did on that crazy list? They won them all convincingly. And several of them on the road in hostile environment. Alabama's best team in the country. Debate me. All right.
I don't disagree with you on that. I think you saw some chinks in the armor when they went over to Columbia. I think they should have lost that game at South Carolina because he did step out of bounds. That touchdown should not have counted, which means if you call that correctly, what's to guarantee they even score the first touchdown to tie it?
Correct.
So that's my opinion on that. I think they should have lost to South Carolina. I think that showed some chinks in the armor. I also think and this is wild. I'm calling my upset special of the week, maybe even the upset special of the year. Georgia goes on the road this week at Mississippi State. And the whole thing on them all year has been they have to learn how to win the close games that they keep close. They end up losing at the end. They finally figured that out last week. They played everybody close, took Texas to overtime. I mean, they're a problem. I'm calling the upset special of the year. Mississippi State beats Georgia this week.
So we're about to do our picks, but I'm just going to go ahead and throw this out there. Georgia ain't Arkansas. That's crazy talk. You're looking at that through rose-colored glasses because Mississippi State could be 7-2 right now
Yes.
with how close their games are. I get what you're saying.
Yep.
But they are severely outclassed by the Georgia Bulldogs, man. I like the story of Mississippi State, but when they get in the trenches on Saturday, man, that Georgia line, both of them, offensive, defensive line, are just going to eat them alive. We saw that when they played several games this year. Couldn't protect the quarterback, couldn't do nothing. And now here comes Georgia. I don't like that upset special myself, but I certainly understand it because Mississippi State could really be 7-2 right or 6-2 right now. They really could.
Yeah.
All the close games, one-score games. And yeah, they overcame it with Arkansas, but Arkansas ain't Georgia.
Fair.
So what makes Georgia so dangerous is that nobody's talking about Georgia. Georgia's just winning games quietly, winning by 10, whatever. The last time Georgia did that, they won 2 natties. So Georgia's a problem that people don't understand because they lost to Alabama and everybody sort of wrote Georgia off after that. All right, so, okay, Alabama had the early loss to Florida State, and now here's big bad Georgia lost to Alabama. Well, Georgia's not that good is the narrative, right? Well, look what Alabama's done since Georgia.
Yeah.
5 ranked teams on the road at South Carolina before they got a bye week and won them all. Well, maybe that loss to Alabama's not so bad. You know what I mean? Georgia's dangerous. But I specifically saved this graphic because I wanted to put it up and I didn't want people to know what we picked.
You okay?
Emily can pick 2. We're going to go game by game and pick who we think we're going to win. Chris, we'll start with you, Texas Tech and BYU.
BYU's very, very physical. They slow it down. They eat the clock, which seems to be the recipe for the really, really good teams this year. They're going back to old school football. Instead of the high-powered, explosive offenses, they're going back to slow it down, grind it out, milk the clock type offenses. That's exactly what BYU is. They're very, very physical on both lines. I think they have a clear edge at quarterback with the freshman Bachmeier. I'm picking BYU to handle business.
All righty. Terry.
Yeah, I'm agree with Chris on this one. I'm picking BYU because, like you said, you talk about eating up the clock, and a lot of people don't realize that if you got a high-powered offense and you score too fast, your defense does not have enough time to rest. And case in point in this one would be like the early 2000s Indianapolis Colts with Peyton Manning running the show. They score a lot of points, and that was like their big strategy was outscore the opponent. Don't worry about the defense because the defense always seemed like they were out there quite a bit more than the offense was because they were scoring so much. So, I mean, they're giving their defense the rest they need to step up, and that's probably why leading to their success this year.
I got you. So BYU's going to Texas Tech. They're going into Lubbock, right?
Mm-hmm.
One of the most underrated environments in college football. It really is.
Love
right?
it.
So let's look at BYU's impressive body of work. So they beat Portland State. Okay. Then they beat Stanford 27-3. Stanford may be the worst P4 team. I just want to throw that out there. Lost to Hawaii in week 1. They beat East Carolina 34-13. That's their most impressive win so far, wouldn't you say? Okay. And then they beat Colorado by 3. Colorado's been losing by 50 points to opponents. They beat them by 3. And then you got West Virginia, and you know West Virginia just ain't there yet. First year with Rich Rod, they're not a good football team. Then they beat Arizona in double overtime. Big bad Arizona took them to overtime, double overtime. And then they beat Utah by 3 because Utah committed 4 turnovers. Well, it sucks, but they won by 3. And then they beat Iowa State, which is their most impressive win this year. Would you disagree?
I think going into Utah and beating them in their house and forcing 4 turnovers is their biggest.
It was at
win.
BYU. It was at BYU, the game.
I thought it was at Utah because they talked about fining Utah for BYU rushing the field.
No, it was a home game for BYU. I just looked at the schedule.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
But here it is. Here's why you might have saw that though, because it was at BYU. Because if you got a close state rivalry like that, kind of like Clemson, South Carolina is, you can go into a Clemson, South Carolina game in Clemson Stadium and be half garnet black, and you can go to a South Carolina Clemson game in South Carolina and the stadium's half orange. That may be why that happened, but it was played at BYU.
Gotcha.
Because anybody can just snatch tickets. You don't have to prove you're a fan of the home team to get those tickets. You don't. You just buy them.
I know that well.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's half and half, make no mistake. So home games in Clemson, South Carolina really aren't home games. They're neutral field because the fans are half and half. So you don't really get that home field advantage. But that's crazy talk. BYU is going to take an ass whooping this week. Y'all have lost your minds. They are about to lose by 24 points. They get exposed this week for the frauds that they are. Lucky frauds at that. But they may still win the Big 12 second game. This one is fun. LSU and Alabama, Chris.
So I'm just going to tell you what I've seen out of LSU this year. I've seen their quarterback yelling at the offensive coordinator and the head coach on the sidelines. Very unhappy with the play calling and what they've been doing on the field. There's been so much dysfunction out of LSU this year between their players and their coaches. Well, guess what? Brian Kelly's gone. Joe Sloan is gone. They got rid of the problems that were creating the bad blood with the players, especially on the offensive side of the ball. A lot of times you see teams fire their coach and they come out with an inspired, fired coach bump is what they call it. With the amount of talent on that LSU roster, for those players to be satisfied and not unhappy anymore, and adding in the fired coach bump, I'm picking LSU to upset Alabama.
Terry.
I picked Alabama in this game, as much as I don't want them to win. But I don't think you're going to see the same result like when a team gets rid of their head coach and offensive coordinator, then pow, UCLA beats Penn State. I don't know if that's going to strike twice with this one, even though I know LSU is a very talented team. But then again, Alabama's a lot better than Penn State was. And it's in Tuscaloosa, right? I think, yeah. So, yeah. I think it's going to be, honestly, I think it's going to be a blowout.
I got you. Alabama big. Chris, you chose Alabama on our graphic. I will update it.
Yeah.
Emily, who wins this game?
Alabama.
Exactly. All right. So Chris, I waited to tell you crazy talk Like that team is dysfunctional, bro. And not only is it dysfunctional, you've now cut off everything they've ever known about this football program. All that is out the window. It is just free for all. They're in disarray. Like if you don't think the LSU's in disarray, nobody wants the job. Nobody wants to negotiate with them. We're not going to get into the details and all that, but those are facts. Nobody wants to deal with them. LSU is not. They're in shambles. I expect LSU to get beat severely in this game, and then you start seeing a bunch of players hit the portal. That's what I think you're going to see, because whether the coach was good or not, like that's still the head of the snake, and you just cut it off. And now you're sending a bunch of people out there with all that preparation that you're used to. That's hard. That is really hard. UCLA did it because Penn State is ass, but the problem is Alabama is not. I don't think this is close, to be honest with you. It's in Bryant Dennehy too. Nah, give me Alabama by 20.
Okay.
Howard at South Carolina State.
I looked this one up. I had to do some research on this. I'm taking South Carolina State. I just think they are a better football team. They've had a few common opponents that they've handled much easier. They have a better record. I'm taking SC State.
All righty, Terry.
So this was a curveball. I mean, I haven't done research on any of these two teams. If I'm not mistaken, I might have seen it from the past. Is South Carolina State, are they the Bulldogs, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's about all I know about South Carolina State. I don't even know what Howard's mascot is. I mean, what the hell is that in their logo? A light tower? Or is that a
bison? The reason I didn't put the bison on there is because people wouldn't recognize what it was. That's not South Carolina State's logo. I didn't want people to be like, what is that? So I specifically put their actual school, whatever it is, SC State and Howard, so people could read it. That is neither of those teams' logos, though.
I know they had the mascot, the walking bulldog, right, with the sweater for South Carolina State. Is he like kind of like walking like
Yes.
a? Okay.
Yeah, he has a little sweater on, correct.
So yeah, this one I just winged it. I just went with Howard because we got a little community college around the corner from the house, literally called Howard College. So I'm like, whatever, let's go with Howard.
All righty. Emily.
Yes.
Howard at South Carolina State.
I'm going to go with South Carolina State.
Okay. Me too.
It's the color scheme.
South Carolina State is a very fine football team. They have been for years. They've won multiple black college football national championships because they do that at the end of every year. And South Carolina State upset, if you remember, Deion Sanders' team, Jackson State, they were in the national championship with South Carolina State, and Buddy Pugh beat them. They've got better as the season went along. Norfolk State is a very good team, and they beat them by 30. And for reference, Howard beat Richmond 13-12. Richmond is not a good football team. I think SC State wins this. Now, this one was the hardest to pick for me. Chris, Florida State at Clemson.
Oh, this is one of the easiest ones for me. Clemson. A lot of drama off the field facing Dabo Swinney right now. They're down to a freshman quarterback. I think Florida State has a clear edge at quarterback. And I think they're just more functionable as a unit on offense than Clemson is right now. I got Florida State handling business.
All right. Is that who you picked in our pick'em?
I believe so.
Okay. I thought you maybe not. Terry.
I think this is going to be an ugly game. Honestly, probably going to be a lot of mistakes, sloppy play, turnovers. Because I think both teams are in distress right now. After we saw that, it seemed like FSU has never been the same since beating Alabama in week 1. And it's like, it almost seemed like it was the biggest false alarm. Kind of like Penn State football. But if I had to pick one of this, it's either going to be a really low scoring sloppy game or just no defense at all, sloppy play of defense on both sides of the ball. But I'll give it in a very close game. I'm going to give the nod to Clemson, and I'm going to say they win by 3 points or less.
I got you. Emily.
So this is one of those damned if you do and damned if you don't situations.
Right?
I think I'm actually going to go with FSU.
Okay. I certainly understand why everybody goes with FSU. Everybody says FSU's LSU wins. Yeah, sometimes you can't read his script. So it's true though. Like my brain hurt trying to decipher that. So we'll move on.
Too many lowercase.
This game right here, man. Clemson, and it pains me in my gut to say this, but I hate refs more than I hate Clemson. Fair is fair. That was not a pass interference. They had been doing that all game. The receiver ran into the defenders. Like if you watch the play, he's not setting a pick. Like the receiver ran at him, grabbed him, and threw him to the ground. Like this wasn't the DB engaging them. And then they threw on 4th and 15, game over, a flag that gave Duke new life. They scored, went for 2, and got – that's crazy. Clemson won that game. And what we saw last week that's putting everybody's adrenaline in FSU is FSU beat down Wake Forest. Like FSU's back. They won 42-7. Okay, well, Clemson put up 38 points or whatever it was, something like that, 45 points on Duke. Duke has a better defense than Florida State. But Clemson's got a better defense than Wake Forest. Clear-cut, Clemson wins this game to me. Florida State's in disarray. So that's how I feel. And for the last game, and then we'll get back to the food, Iowa and Oregon.
I know the popularity of picking against a West Coast team that travels east. The problem with that this week in this game, it's not the 11 a.m. start that a lot of West Coast teams have faced. It's a 2:30 in the afternoon game. I think that helps Oregon. I don't think Iowa has enough speed on the rush ends to force everything back into the middle. And I don't know that Iowa's got enough speed with their linebackers to keep up with these scat backs and the running quarterback that Oregon presents. I've actually picked Oregon to win this game 27-13.
All righty. Terry.
I think the bright point for Iowa is going to come after the first quarter when everyone, including Oregon's, going to be waving at the Children's Hospital. So with that being said, I got Oregon winning in convincing fashion this one. I know Brad said people sleeping on Iowa. So I returned fire and said, well, Iowa's sleeping on Iowa, so it don't really matter. Then, I got Oregon in this one.
So another thing about that, and this ties to the playoffs, right? So currently Iowa and Michigan are in, third and fourth or fourth and fifth place in the Big Ten right now, with both having one loss in the Big Ten, but they both have 2 losses overall. I don't see a single 3-loss team getting into the college football playoffs this year. So I think this is the game that eliminates. Of course, Michigan still has to lose another one, but I believe the Big Ten only gets 3 teams in the playoffs because they're not going to take a team with 3 losses. And this is an elimination game for Iowa.
All right. Emily.
Yes.
Oregon at Iowa.
Ooh, I'm going to go with Oregon.
All right. I agree. Oregon wins this game. you're not going to see explosive 52-point Oregon. So if that's what you're expecting to see, you're not. Iowa's defense is that good. I was to see before the season, but after I watched them 3-4 games in, that defense is as good as anybody in the Big Ten. Simply, Oregon's not going to score a lot of points. So I see this at around like 24-10, because Iowa struggles to score when they play good defense, and Oregon, surprisingly enough, has a good defense. Like they're very, very capable out there. So Iowa scores 10, Oregon scores 20. Like that's what I got. It's a low scoring affair. But let's go to the entertainment portion because I still got a couple of food. We still got time in here. All right. I don't know if y'all are Star Trek nerds or not. I'm going to post this one after I add my logo to it. Which series was the best, Chris?
Give me the Star Trek original series, followed closely by Star Trek Voyager.
So there is, but there's no crazy talk to it because these are my favorite 4 of all of them. So that's why they're in here. Terry, what about you?
I was never a Trekkie, but like when I wanted to watch TV, unfortunately, I was forced to watch Star Trek Next Generation. My brother was a Trekkie. If I want to watch any kind of sports, and I couldn't argue with him because there was like an 8 year difference. He was in high school wrestling. I was a twiggy 8-year-old. He was a heavyweight. I was bone weight. So, you know what? Just to spite him, I'll go with the original series just because I like Spock.
Me too. Emily, have you watched any of these?
Yes. Growing up, my dad was obsessed. So.
Oh, good.
So I would go with the original series.
Oh, right. So 3 of y'all with the original series. I love the original series. So like I grew up watching that. Like when I was a kid, it was on TV. So like the time I was like 9, because I think that's when the Next Generation came out when I was like 9 or 10 or something like that. So I got to watch all the original Star Wars first. So that's really cool. The original series is awesome, but Next Generation is just better. Like I love the original series, but the Next Generation, they did a much better job. Picard's a much better captain and leader than Kirk was. I mean, the whole show was written better. It's just my opinion. The Next Generation is my favorite. I actually have the original series at 3 behind Voyager as well. Voyager's my second favorite, and then the original series, and then Deep Space Nine. Voyager was a fantastic. If you haven't watched that, you're missing out. That was really good series. So we got some time. Have I told you the story of the flaming dog poo?
Seems like I've heard that.
Have you?
I'm pretty sure I have.
Okay, so I can't use that one.
I haven't.
Use your imagination.
Gosh, I hate that you've heard that one. I have so many.
Do the bridge one.
The beer?
Yeah.
All right, so that's a good one. So probably about, gosh, I wasn't driving yet, and I got my license at 14. So we're talking probably 1994. That's how long ago this was. We were in a jacked up hoopty. I'm sure y'all understand that those technical terms. My brother had a car, and he had a buddy, and I'm riding with him, and we're down in this hypothetical situation. I'll go ahead and put myself, my brother, and his friend in it. We're down at my granddaddy's fishing, so they go and stop, and they go get a beer because my brother's friend Stevie was old enough, so they're drinking beer. This big King Cobra. You remember how big those bottles were? So that's what they're drinking. They're passing, so they do it. So then we get up to the road where the road goes over Interstate 85. Like it's just a bridge that goes over an interstate, right? And so they take the beer, they stop on the bridge and fling it into the interstate. where it hits the nicest Jaguar I've ever seen in my life. Because as it hit, of course, they pulled over as we're taking off. Beautiful car in my imagination, or not. Right? And then we take off and go fishing at my granddaddy's. Chris, what's your thoughts on this? And is this true or not?
I know you too well. That's true. And if you want to add some flair to the end of the story, I'm sure when you guys got done fishing at your grandfather's house and showed up at home, there may have been some blue lights somewhere in the vicinity, and there may or may not have been some serious ass whippings for the alleged conduct.
No, absolutely not. This was 1994. There were no cameras on interstate overpasses. There was never accountability for said actions. Like I should have threw that out there. Never accountability for actions. And by the way, in this hypothetical scenario, I was 13. I ain't drinking no beer, and I certainly didn't throw it at cars. That would have been like much older. And no, I'm kidding. Emily, what's your thoughts on this?
I know you.
That's exactly what Chris said.
Like I don't know how you made it this far.
I don't either. Terry, thoughts, and is this true or not?
All right, so like the first story, I'm going to ask some questions. What kind of car was the hoopty?
I think it was a Ford Escort hatchback.
Okay. Two-door?
Yeah, two-door for sure.
Two-door, okay. Those were actually
Power blue.
Nice. I could envision the nostalgia 90s color right now in those Fords. Those are actually decent cars for rally racing, by the way. The snow, if you fix them right. But when I'm imagining the bridge, I'm guessing the town wasn't very big, so it wasn't like, like a full-on wall. It's probably just like guardrails, simple guardrails.
Yes, simple concrete guardrails, nothing fancy.
Yeah. So like the car was probably visible. Then the owner of the Jaguar, hey, I know that freaking Ford Escort. Let me go right to their house with the cops. So with that said, there may not have been an ass whooping for you because you probably weren't the one who threw the bottle. Unless your brother pissed you off enough to where his drinking caused you to throw it out. You're like, hey, you know what? You drink my milkshake, you little shit. I'm going to throw out your freaking King Cobra 40, I assume.
Yes, 40.
Because that's the only way to drink a King Cobra is in a 40-ounce bottle.
I think that's all they sell it in, to be honest with you.
I think the smallest it might go is a deuce.
So do you think the story's true or not?
Oh, yeah.
All right. So like I told you after Chris, the story is true. Like I told you after Chris said that there was no accountability. Like, so the license plate on the Jaguar was something like Mississippi or Alabama or something anyway. Because we kind of sat there for a minute as it pulled over and looked at it. Oh yeah, now we getting robobots. Oh, nice. Like it for me to decipher that was hurting my brain as well on that one, man. Shout out to the 78 people watching. All right, so the story is true. My brother's buddy who went to prison a few years after for an extended period of time, or was in prison before that. Like, I'm not gonna give you any names. He was in prison, I think, before this incident. Like, but whenever I was around him, he was a nice guy. I don't know what the hell he did when I wasn't around. Right. So no, we went fishing my granddaddy's and went home like normal. All right. We're doing good on time. We should get all 5 of them in. Chris, this one's really hard for me. I don't know about y'all, but I'm a big fat ass when it comes to candy.
Malted milk, the malted milk balls.
Whoppers do be good.
The snow caps. And give me the chocolate covered pretzels.
All right, so I just want to throw this out there for y'all. There's nothing on here I would not eat. I'll be honest with you. Not a thing on here I wouldn't eat. So no crazy talk. Maybe one. Go ahead, Terry.
Well, there is gonna be crazy talk because I do not like Whoppers. I like them at Burger King, but not the candy. So you could probably guess which one I'm gonna eliminate. I'm gonna pick.
Played Terry. You don't eliminate on your first statement.
Yeah. Just to let you know, let's get it out there right now. It's kind of like when we know Emily's gonna pick Alabama in the Alabama game. It's that easy.
Yeah, Daddy, I got you.
So, but I'm gonna take the PB cups.
At least I'm consistent.
That's
I know,
right.
and we like that about you.
Definitely.
Don't ever change. I'm taking the peanut butter cups. I'm taking peanut M&Ms, and I will take the chocolate covered cherries, but it has to be reversed. The chocolate has to cover the cherry. I don't know why it seems like the chocolate's on the inside.
So yeah, it is reverse. See, that's why they put that cut there, but people wouldn't know it was a cherry with the graphic. Yeah. So anyway, chocolate covered cherry the normal way.
Yeah.
All right, Emily.
So I would keep the peanut butter cups, the peanut M&Ms, and if I have to pick something on the bottom, it would be the pretzels. But like I've never had a chocolate covered pretzel, so I don't know how they taste.
Oh my
they're
God.
absolutely amazing.
I can't
You can
believe
do it.
that.
You can do it with you can do it with the chocolate bark or the white almond bark and get the white covered pretzels. Oh, absolutely amazing.
So the white almond is actually vanilla, not chocolate, and
Yeah.
it's actually very fucking good. Like you get the bag that has the regular chocolate and the white chocolate mixed in. It's called Duos, I think. Oh my God, those things are great. No crazy talk here.
We found your car at the impound lot.
So for me, I'll be honest with you, man. I'm keeping M&Ms. I'm just keeping them. Like this is really hard for me because I'll eat everything on this graphic, like I told you. Second row, I'm keeping gummy bears. I love M&Ms. I really love peanut M&Ms, but gummy bears are my favorite. Like that's my favorite candy, man. I love gummy bears. I love them. They give me terrible heartburn, but I absolutely love them. My favorite thing on this graphic is gummy bears, and there's a lot of chocolate here. So on the bottom, I'm going with chocolate covered cherries too. As much as I love the others, man, chocolate covered cherries are delicious, and I could eat like 4 boxes in a row. But you know how this game's played, Chris.
I do. It's kind of unfair on the top row because I would keep all 3 of those if I could. Unfortunately, I can't.
Hey, see, I need
I'm
to
just
turn
gonna
this up there. Move over.
because I have to. I'm gonna eliminate the M&Ms and keep the peanut butter cups.
Let me see.
They're fantastic, and I don't know if any of you have ever dealt with hypoglycemia or anything of that nature, or have had your sugar drop. If you want something an instant fix for that, the peanut butter cups are the perfect thing. Those Three Musketeers candy bars, those are the perfect things to have for that. On the second row, I'm just going to be honest with you. I love gummies. I love gummy bears. I love gummy worms. I love sour gummies. I even have some gummies right here, by God. But I'm not going to eat a chocolate-covered gummy. Sorry. That just sounds disgusting to me.
So let me throw this out there. That is not a chocolate covered gummy bear. That's just any gummy bear you want. No, I'm just kidding. It is, yeah.
I was going to say, that looks chocolate covered to me.
You've never had chocolate gummy bears?
I'm not going to try it. That just sounds absolutely disgusting.
Wow.
It does sound disgusting.
Wow. So there's no fruit in it. I mean, it just has like maybe like a slight raspberry. You know how you get like the dark chocolate and raspberry bar? It's like that. You can't find them in a lot of places, but they're fantastic. But anyway, continue on.
There's a reason.
And on this bottom row, I'm not an almond fan at all. However, I can do something with those almonds that I can't do with this cherry mess over here. I can suck the chocolate off of them almonds and spit the almond out. I can't
I
get
was
rid
about
of
to
that
say it's
cherry.
called PG.
I cannot get rid of the cherry and chocolate mixed flavor in my mouth at all with that cherry shit over there. Sorry, cherries are gone.
That's crazy talk. You managed to get a crazy talk out of me on a chocolate.
Oh, let's
cherry.
get the chocolate off.
the show's rating is now NC-17.
Chris took it there.
I mean, it sounds like you can repackage the almonds and sell them as blue diamonds by the time he's going to get the chocolate off.
You
All
got
right,
it.
well, I already gave away the first row earlier. I just can't stand them. So I figured, all right, buy malt balls. Second row, I am getting rid of the gummy bears. I like gummy bears, just I don't think they'd be great with chocolate.
You can always suck the chocolate off.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I'm talented like that.
I mean, we're
Yes, I took it there.
Yeah.
he's just supplying you with a resolution to a problem. You know? But third row.
I'm probably gonna get rid of. Well, I mean, it was a tough choice between almonds and pretzels, but after hearing Chris's story, I'm getting rid of almonds because I'll never look at chocolate-covered almonds the same.
Oh God, Emily,
Yes.
you know how the game's played.
So I would get rid of the malt balls because those are disgusting.
Oh my god!
I would get rid
y'all
of the
with
snow
this crazy
caps
talk.
because it looks like they have a problem.
Could take the sucking technique and just spit out the malt ball.
And probably get rid of the chocolate covered almonds because I'm not sucking on them. So
Well, this is wow, man, eliminate malt. I'm eliminating peanut butter cups. I'm gonna be real honest with you. They're good, but they're not better than malt balls and M&Ms. They're just,
yes, they are.
they are not.
Yes,
Which
they
one
are. How much peanut butter you eat and you're gonna get rid of the damn peanut butter cups?
I love peanut butter, but if I'm eating candies, Whoppers and M&Ms are superior to the little Reese's cup. I stand on my decision here.
No.
Like, they're fantastic.
Are you just gonna lick out the peanut butter and leave the chocolate, or what?
Yeah, you could suck the chocolate off.
No, he don't want the chocolate. He loves the peanut butter, just not with the chocolate.
Just stick a straw through a hole.
He's gonna be like he's licking an envelope, getting that peanut butter out.
Look, I could just take a spoonful of peanut butter if I want peanut butter. Is that better? Second row, I love snow caps, but yeah, for sure. I love snow caps. But they're not better than peanut M&Ms, man. Peanut M&Ms are fantastic. So I'm getting rid of the snow caps on the bottom one. I'm just not a big fan of chocolate covered almonds. Like I never have been. I like them sometimes, but they're not better than the pretzels and the chocolate covered cherry. That they're just not. What's that?
I said, thanks, Chris.
Right, Chris ruined everything.
They're no longer going to be selling in the U.S. after what Chris said. The guy was like discontinued, banned.
Banned for life.
So, shout out to the 77 people watching right now, man. This is one of our most watched episodes in a while. I was just checking the views, and we really got out there this week because the last couple of weeks were a little lower, but we're back where we were. So glad to be back. Glad y'all are catching us again. So I saved this one for last, our last food one, because once you see it, it appears really easy, but the more I look at it, so we're gonna pick one per row, and it is way harder than you think. Like I'm even rethinking what I've already thought. But we'll start with you, Chris.
Ooh. um. Straight down the middle, 2, 5, and 8.
Okay. I would just once again like to point out that I would eat everything on this graphic before we get started. There's nothing here I wouldn't eat. All those are really good. I can't argue. Terry.
First row, I'm gonna go chicken cordon bleu. Second row, I mean this was a hard one between 5 and 6. So, but give me the slight edge to jerk chicken. And thank you, Emily. All right, so bottom row, give me chicken shawarma because I love like that Mediterranean, like the pita little tacos thing that you see with the gyros and everything, and that's something along the same lines. So give me chicken shawarma.
Alrighty. Emily.
Yes.
Your turn.
So what's that in the bowl?
Which bowl?
The top one.
When I look, I don't know what it is, but when I look at it, it kind of looks like dumplings. It's I can see it a little better on my.
I think it's like a stew that you put over. I think it's like an Indian food.
Yeah, it's an Indian food, yes.
But it's like, think of like beef stew, but I think you put over like rice, but it's like a chicken stew with probably like curry or something like that.
Okay, well, I guess on the top I would have to pick the fried chicken, but you'll just have to eat the chicken's like crusty layer for me, husband.
Yes, I love it. I'm Googling it right now. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought it was. It's in a spicy tomato based sauce. It's not made with curry. It's actually a British food.
Oh well, hell, I might pick that then.
And it was originated in Britain, created by 2 Bangladesh chefs, which would bring the origins back to India. But it is a British food, and now it's a global favorite. It's a spicy tomato glaze marinade over grilled chicken pieces. So it sounds fantastic, to be honest.
They're all hot and bothered over here.
Right? I think I might try that. So which one are you picking?
The one in the bowl that I can't pronounce.
Yeah, it sounds good. No crazy talk.
Tikka masala.
And then for the next one, I would pick the chicken parmesan as long as I get to make it. And then I would get the chicken, whatever that thing is, in the wrap.
Shawarma.
Yes.
Okay. For me, this one was really hard between 1 and 2. I love chicken cordon bleu, but fried chicken's my favorite food. I can't even trip on myself trying to convince myself. No, I'm going fried chicken on this one. It's my favorite. Second row, chicken parmesan all day long, especially the way Emily makes it. Like it's just, I love it, man. And General Tso's chicken is overrated Chinese food, like I was talking about earlier. Jerk chicken. Jerk is not my flavor either. I think it's overrated as well. And on the bottom row, I'm going with the shawarma too, man. I had a gyro today, bro. I have one from Arby's. That I love those things.
We need a place like that out here.
Oh yeah, for sure. Chris, eliminate.
We don't even have an Arby's.
Oh, that's rough.
I know.
I'm gonna eliminate this bowl of stuff over here. It just doesn't look appealing to me. Love me some fried chicken.
It looks better in the Googled picture. I will tell you that.
Matter of fact, I'm probably gonna have me some chicken for supper tomorrow night. More than likely. Give me the General Tso's chicken. I'm tongue tied. Give me the General's chicken. It's damn good. I'll take that over chicken parm all the time. And down here on the bottom, give me the kebab. I'm keeping it. I'm throwing away the swarm. So yeah, I'm getting rid of 3, 4, and 7.
Okay. Ooh, so that's crazy talk. I don't know in what world General Tso's chicken's better than chicken parmesan. I mean, to each their own, though. And a chicken kebab is better than a chicken shawarma.
Part of it is I get indigestion from having an ulcer with too much tomato sauce. So that's why I would go with the General's chicken.
I love tomato sauce. Terry.
Well, I haven't. All right. I'm not a big fan as much. I mean, I eat it. I'll have it like once in a while, but I'm not a big fan of fried chicken, let's say, as you are. So I would get rid of the fried chicken.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
This dude said get rid of fried chicken.
That's as crazy as sucking chocolate off of almonds, man.
Let's not go there. Get your nuts off there.
That's just crazy.
I never had Emily's chicken parm, but like it seems like that one, if the quality of chicken is not good, because I don't think I've ever had a good chicken parm yet to this day. They seem to try to disguise it with either too much sauce or too much cheese to where you can't even see the damn chicken itself. So, and I like General Tso's, not from Panda Express. There's this place in Abilene. Like whenever we go there, like just for a day drive, so 90 miles. But like to me, this Chinese restaurant is worth the drive. It's probably like the best one I've had, and it's just a big place. It's like an open kitchen, so you can see them cooking everything inside the kitchen. And yeah, that one will probably change your opinion on some of the dishes. But so I'm gonna get rid of chicken parm just to the fact that a lot of them use too much sauce or too much cheese. The bottom row, however, I've never been a fan of orange chicken, no matter how much times I've tried it from Panda Express. I think that one is severely overrated, no matter where you go. So I'm going to get rid of orange chicken.
Did you say the words too much cheese?
Eat a fish.
Yeah, I probably should just kept it at sauce.
Oh, man.
Too much sauce. Okay, I can deal with the cheese. It's too much sauce.
Yeah, I could. Yeah, cheese, man. I could just eat it.
Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned.
Let's see. So I would get rid of the chicken, whatever blue crap. I'm gonna mess up. What,
Nothing. Continue.
boy?
Recipes.
I would get rid of the General Tso's chicken, and I would get rid of the orange chicken.
All right. Woo. For me, I'm getting rid of number 3 simply because I've never had it. Chicken cordon bleu is fantastic. It's fried chicken anyway. So yeah, number 3. On the second row, General Tso's chicken's absolutely fucking disgusting. Like, no matter where I've got it at, I don't like it. I'm living at jerk chicken's fantastic, by the way. I love jerk chicken. But General Tso's, nah, I don't like it at all. And on the bottom row, I agree with orange chicken's got to go. Orange chicken. Like, remember how at the beginning of the show I said Chinese food is like one of the most overrated foods? Orange chicken is the perfect example. People talk about it all the time, but I simply don't like it. Like, I really don't. I would definitely prefer the sesame chicken over that. So we have come to this portion of the show.
You Lord, you Lord, the Lord, you Lord, for Sunday, you Lord, the Lord, you Lord, for Sunday, you Lord, the Lord.
Alrighty. Chris, final thoughts.
So, final thoughts. I'm going to start it out by just saying this morning, waking up to the news that Marshawn Nealand had lost his life during the night. There was no details released at that point in time. It was hard for me to believe, right? Because we just saw this young man having the time of his life, scoring a touchdown, the age of 24, on Monday Night Football for the Dallas Cowboys. The young man was having the time of his life. But as the day went on and the details came out about what happened and how it went down, his family had made a call to the police that they needed to do a welfare check on him. Apparently, he had texted his family some things. In the end, he took his own life. So my final thought tonight is, when you're having a mental health breakdown, reach out to somebody for help. I'm going to share the Suicide Crisis Lifeline. It's 988. In 2022, or since July 2022, over 16.3 million people have contacted the Suicide Crisis Line. 88% of those callers in crisis reported that one phone call stopped them from dying by suicide. The average wait time is only 21 seconds. You're not waiting long to get it, to talk to somebody. And here's the sobering part about all this. Suicide is the number 2 leading cause of death for people, all people, between the ages of 10 and 34. So my final thought is, you're not alone out there. If you want somebody to talk to, I've been there myself. My message box is open 24/7. If you need somebody to talk to, just to prevent you from taking a step that you're never going to be able to have a feeling about, because it's going to end it all, reach out to me. I will stay there with you until you feel comfortable to reach out to somebody else. You're not in it alone. As a matter of fact, if you look at my shirt, I strongly support this belief. Don't face demons alone. We all have them. Reach out to somebody for help. Don't let an instant decision be the last decision.
So before we move on to Emily's final thoughts, I can't remember what I was watching. Time Cop. I'm watching Time Cop the other day. And so when you get caught going back into the past unauthorized to change history or whatever, they go back and get you. And then when they sentence you, they just shoot you into another dimension until you fall to your death. Well, they did it in New York City. And I'll never forget what the guy in the movie said. He looked at him and said, "Poor bastard. Tomorrow could have been a better day."
Mm.
And tomorrow can be a better day, is what Chris is saying. So just hang on. Emily, final thoughts.
Yeah, just going with my usual. Like, everybody out there has something that you can't see. Whether it's facing something, fears, other mental health issues. Just sometimes give them a break. Like, life's hard enough as it is. Why make it harder?
Mm-hmm.
And that's fair. So that's called being kind. And it's really super free, and it makes you feel better. I'm just being honest with you. Terry, final thoughts.
Well, first, Chris, thank you for posting that, because that was a disturbing age range.
Yeah.
10 years old. I mean, that's how old my son is, you know?
Mhm.
So it's, yeah, that's just crazy. Well, hopefully, as you guys, I mean, I've said it before, and I don't try to do it every show. I try to, keep stuff different. Well, hopefully there's some promises, or not promising outlook, that hopefully I'll be back to work sometime next week. I've been out since October 1st, and reality sits in when you see a couple paychecks where it's reading zeros on your money line and then zeros on the vacation line and everything. And because, I already have plans this summer, and who knows if I'm going to be able to even do them. We'll see. But I'm just hoping that everyone else that's in the same boat as me is doing okay. I know, like I said, some of you guys, I know some that were worse off than me. I'm not bad, but I'm also not great. So it's kind of like, it could swing either direction. But hopefully, all you guys just stay strong. Hopefully this will all be done soon. We can get back to work, go back to talking shit and making fun of each other like we used to do to kill the day at the place we didn't want to be. But now, like, we want to go back just to do that. So, yeah, that's my final thought.
All righty. This certainly became a very sombering final thought from you three.
I blame Emily.
You blame Emily.
Oops.
So none of this is coordinated. Like, we didn't practice none of it. Just kind of went in that direction. But for me, I'm going to talk about what I always talk about. My Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, because I'm telling you, like, that's the way. When you start having them thoughts, and negative thoughts aren't always suicidal thoughts, but if you let a boil fester, eventually it's going to burst into bigger things. So why that's important. So during all the things that I've had to battle with in my life, when I finally, when the Holy Ghost finally found me, my life changed. Like, you have no idea how much better it came. Like, I couldn't wait to get up. I hate sleeping now because I just want to do stuff all the time. Like, sleeping gets in my way of eating life and being thankful. Does that make sense? Like, I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful for my wife. I'm so thankful for my kids. I'm so thankful for my parents, my job, everything. So I just, like, it's life changing. Like, you can do what you want to do. Whatever you have to do to get help is acceptable. Anything is better than killing yourself. That's what we're saying here. There are many paths to get there, but for me, that was the one. But like I said, I thank y'all for being here tonight. That was a fun show. I really like the segments of Is This True? I'm gonna have to, like, do some not true ones soon, or else you're just gonna get. So I have thought of a few, but anyway, as always, thank you for being here, Villains of Podcast. Good show. We will see you next Thursday. We will not see you next Thursday. That's what I meant to say. We will not have a show next Thursday unless you guys want to run Villains the Podcast, and that would be great. We're taking our son out for his birthday dinner, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're taking so I mean, if y'all want to do it, I would be grateful, but I'm not going to ask because I know time is precious. So if y'all can run Villains next Thursday, that would be awesome. Anyway, as always, thank you for watching Villains the Podcast only on the Villain Media Network, and as always, Matthew 24:13.
The danger.